Welcome back to the channel, guys. As usual, I always enjoy sharing accessories and gadgets with you guys, especially if they're really cool and actually, fulfill a good purpose. So the particular product I have in front of me is the ARB Awning light. I never knew they existed. I found them recently and I thought I'd give it a shot. I have been playing around with other awning lights, but this one caught my particular attention due to the actual, not only the design, but the functionality behind it. So the actual light itself, it's an LED strip. It measures 1540 millimeters. So just bear that in mind if you have an awning. These do integrate with the ARB awnings. So there are, I think you get a sleeve which fits over the actual awning itself, the light itself, and you can attach it to your awning. So yeah, and it comes with your connectors, and then it comes with your nifty little electrical accessory bag. So it works off a 12-volt cigarette lighter, and then it's got your connections, and then you've got your control unit, which is quite nice. It lights up in the dark, which is a nifty little feature. And then you get your wiring that obviously will connect up to your light itself, and there's a good amount of length there. What is quite nice about this is these connectors have a good little O-ring there, and they connect quite well together, and so it is quite good for dust and water, and just stops all that ingress of that stuff that you don't want in there. It just saves all these little components rusting out if you do leave it on your vehicle, or any water dust gets around it. So, which is a good feature about this light. So I do have an idea in mind where I want to mount this. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we're going to try it. So generally these work with ARB awnings. That's what they're designed for. I have a Oztent Foxwing, and I do have a location where I want to mount this. What I'm going to need is some 3M tape. I'm going to show you where I'm going to mount it. So what we're going to do is cut this and put it on the back of the aluminium backing of the actual light itself, and then stick it to the awning, which we'll show you in a second, and fingers crossed this works. So let's get straight into it. So with the Oztent Foxwing, my current setup is not ideal, but I was just messing around with lights just so that I've got an idea. So I had these little kits that I bought, were relatively cheap. I just wanted to see the concept, and basically you see they split here, so the light is not going to go here. So once I open this bag, what we find is this little flap, bottom flap here, which you'll see in a second, actually drops down and obscures this light down here. So, and obviously the wirings here is not ideal placement, and they're exposed to the elements quite a lot up here. So, and I think that will wear them down, and it's not really ideal for them. So the idea that I've got in mind is to open this up. Get this pole bag out of the way. Take that over the top. Okay, with most awnings, you have like a mounting plate at the back. Okay, so once this awning's actually out and erected, you've got this aluminium strip here that runs all the way along the awning. So the idea is that I'm going to actually stick the light in here. So once the awning's set up and this is all pulled really nice and tight, that'll open up this gap here, and it'll actually keep the light there nice and snug. And the great thing about that is I can leave all the wiring up here. It's all well protected with that nice thick canvas bag. So that's the idea. So we should have more than enough space in there. So we'll have a look. Let's try it out. So first of all, before I stick this down, I just want to check placement. Try and get this central. See if this works. So it's absolutely ideal. So it's exactly the same size as that little lip there, which is quite nice. So we just need to get all these clips out of the way. Just tuck it up there. Lovely. Okay, so that looks quite good. So I'm not too sure how that's going to stick with a 3M tape, but I think I'll put it well loads on there, so hopefully that does stay up there, but we'll see. This is all about just testing it out with this. Otherwise I can always make little Velcro straps around there. It's not a problem. So what we'll need to do is just strip this backing off. So I'm just going to strip it off slightly on one corner. Here we go. Right, we're in business. So it is pretty sticky, so I'm going to just do a little bit of it just to get the placement of this correct, and then what I'll do is I'll hold it up and then I'll peel it from the back and see if that works. Okay, let's just get it fed up there nice and high. Just get some pressure on there, and while it's up here I'm just going to hold this strip up here and then slowly pull this back tab, and that should just keep it all in place, and then it gives me an opportunity just to stick it down where I need to, and then it just saves you if you don't have access to another pair of hands because they're either holding a camera filming you. And this is a good way to do this. And as you go, just make sure there's loads of pressure on here. And I think a good thing is while this awning actually folds back down, it creates pressure and actually holds it in place, which is quite nice. So that's a little bonus. I'm quite lucky there. So we'll keep peeling that all the way back. And you're probably dying to see the features of this. And we're done. Okay. Make sure it's all done and connected. And to be perfectly honest, I think that's absolutely solid, and that actually worked out really well. I'm very surprised. That's fantastic. Okay, so now you can see the actual light is now hidden. So when the awning opens up, like I mentioned before, this will actually pull nice and tight, and you'll be able to, the light will actually be exposed, so, which is actually quite nice. It'll shoot the light up into the roof of the awning, not into your eyes. And now we can tuck this wiring up in here once we pack it away, which is quite nice. That's all nice and well protected. So let's get it connected up, get the vehicle on, and I'll show you the features of this little guy. So okay, now we're going to connect it. So now we're getting to the good stuff. What I've chosen to do is just use my Goal Zero just for now, so I can show you all the features. So we plug it in, and you know it's a good cigarette lighter, connector, is when it's really got a good stiff connection to it. There's a lot of products out there that are quite loose and they lose their connections, and yeah, they're not really that reliable. So this is very good, nice and sturdy. Goes in there, actually sits well down. Let's get this connected quick. I'll do sort the wiring out in a second. Just get that temporary connected. So you've got three little prongs, and in the three prongs you've got a little sleeve in there and little connectors. You can only connect it one way. Okay, now that we're connected, So this is the great feature about this. So let's get this switched on. So as you can see, it just lights up on the on button, goes blue. You should be able to see that. And once we're ready, we can just press that button to turn the actual lights on. You can actually see the light going on there. So very, very nice and bright. And what we'll do is, if you guys carry on watching, it has a dimming function. How cool is that? Not only that, but you can actually change the light to a orange color, and again that dims and that brightens. So very, very good in terms of combating mozzies and insects at night, especially with this orange light. And it's also nice, it's soft on the eyes compared to the white light. So it's very, very, very handy if you're in those areas where you have a lot of insects. Great little feature. So yeah, if you guys liked the video, smash that like button. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, and hopefully this has helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.